Movement, 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 movement. That is all Apex Legends is, quite honestly. All right, this game is the most rewarding experience out there for me right now, because I feel like as long as I am doing all the things right in terms of movement, I can literally win any gunfight and win any game that's thrown my way. So I'm going to be walking you guys through advanced movement techniques today, ways you can dodge bullets in gunfights, take as little shots as possible, and seriously turn every single game into your playground. Okay, there's no reason you guys can't do this, and not many players utilize these techniques. So if you guys like today's video, please make sure you drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you guys like what you see and want to see more from me. And without further ado, guys, let's get into it. We got some movement to learn. So we're here in the training grounds, and I got Bloodhound here with me. As you guys all know, this is the tutorial, like you guys have probably encountered a million times, and he tells us basic movements: move, crouch, jump, sprint, and then basically slide down the hill. Now, what people fail to understand is that these key movements, these fundamental movements, are what will make you a god at Apex Legends. If you can get these down pat, I'm telling you, there's no looking back. You'll never say Fortnite again, and you can look like Dizzy, you can look like Shroud with enough practice. Obviously, that's a bit of a stretch, but like I said, anything's possible with practice. Now, what people fail to understand is that Apex Legends is literally Mortal Kombat. It's just a stacking and comboing of these movements in such a fluid manner that makes you unstoppable. Okay, if you guys can hit your shots and get these down, it just gets me excited. So I'm not going to waste any more time, guys. Let's get into this. We're going to start off with tip number 1, and that's going to be strafing. So strafing is the most basic of movements. You guys probably already know this, and this is not what this whole video is going to consist of. Basic things you guys already know, I promise you that. But basically, for you beginners out here, to get like the first step towards avoiding shots and being better in gunfights is essentially just moving side to side. Okay, this is going to make it harder for your target to hit you. Essentially, he's going to be looking at this. If he wants to hit you, he's gonna have to do this, side to side. So you're gonna move side to side, and you're gonna unload your clip into your enemy. Now, this can be taken one step further. Okay, so that was the first tip. The second tip is now going to be strafe jumping. So instead of just strafing, now you implement a jump into each direction. So you're gonna jump and strafe at the same time. This can be harder to hit your shots, but if done properly, it will be really effective. So taking a look, strafing, jumping, and hitting your shot side to side. This will make your opponent basically look at this. He's going to be staring at you, and you're going to be moving in a sideways figure 8 pattern, like so. Like, that's exaggerated, but if he wants to hit you in the chest at all times, he's essentially going to have to do this. Because if you just go side to side, he's probably going to clip your legs at some point, which is less damage for you, which is more beneficial for you. So that right there is the fundamentals. Okay, that is the basic of basics when it comes to avoiding shots and being better with your in gunfight movement, like avoiding bullets and dodging those key shots. So strafing, jump, strafing. So now moving it on, the next tip I want to give to you guys is essentially what I call a sprint stop. You see Dizzy and Shroud utilize it a lot, and it's something you don't really notice until I'm about to point it out right now. So if you're chilling here, and this right here is a doorway, and there is Jim Bob over here, and he starts pelting you with bullets, and you're like, ah! So then you start running over here, and you try to get inside, but by the time you run from here all the way in there, he just does this. Gang, you're melted. You know what I'm saying? So it's a clap show. You're not gonna make it inside. So one thing you guys need to start doing is not running away from gunfights. Well, I mean, if he's really pelting you, I mean, your best bet is to try to get away. But if you're gonna take like 25 to 50 damage in the first couple bullets, don't freak out. Stay calm and composed and utilize that sprint stop. So you guys are gonna run up, bam. That's it. Okay, it's not a strafing and then this way again, because that's slow. You're gonna get into a full momentum sprint. Stop. You don't got to do it for long because it needs to be quick. You basically need to sprint out, stop, and then get back on target. So you're chilling. He's gonna start shooting you. Oh shoot! Bop. Right there. Okay. So basically, what this looks like for him is if he's chasing you, he's expecting you to keep running. Like, oh, he's trying to go inside. But if you go like this, stop on a dime and turn your camera back, he's gonna follow, and you're gonna lag behind. So as he follows like this, you'll end up being the blue target there, and he'll be like, oh shoot, and have to come back. So this is a great way to avoid the initial amount of shots. So once again, I want to stress that everything in this video can be comboed. Okay, this game is Mortal Kombat. So sprint, stop, and then keep strafing. Sprint, stop, jump, strafe, and hit your shots. Okay, So that is the next way to add on another layer to your movement tactics. Now, that's not all though, because you can sprint and stop, and just like you can strafe and then strafe jump, you can sprint stop and then jump. So this is the next step to sprint stop. So sprint stop jump, come back, and this will give you even more distance, but you guys do have to make sure you're turning your camera back to get that max like momentum coming backwards. So basically you'll be doing this, and not only if he snaps back now, but you're in the air, so it'll clip your legs, but you're also getting even more ground backwards, which throws his aim off even more. So utilize the sprint stop jump, sprint stop jump. That was a terrible one, but sprint stop jump, come back, and then strafe jump. That was just another combo. Or you just sprint jump, come back, strafe. You know what I'm saying? So these are great movement tactics you guys need to start implementing. There's endless combos to these, and when you guys get it down and stop thinking about it so much mentally, you'll be able to make it a much more fluid you know, gameplay or like play style. Now, this next tip I have for you guys is seriously probably my favorite I'm going to show you today, and this is going to be the jump slide. I utilize this so much, and it comes in, it's so handy, it's crazy. So if I'm shooting a guy, right, and you run out of your clip, now this guy's still shooting at you and you're pinched, so instead of just sitting here and strafing, which is not ideal if you're not shooting back at the guy, I mean, mid gunfight it can be beneficial because you're both dealing damage. You might eliminate him before he eliminates you, but if you're shooting, boom, jump, okay, and slide out. So that was a terrible explanation, but basically if you're shooting and you run out of ammo, don't just sit there, jump and slide out of the way, so this way he can't hit you right away. Don't be a static little munchkin in the corner over there with no bullets and just strafing side to side, because he's just gonna melt you with the rest of his clip if he hits more shots. So once again, land your shots, run out of ammo, jump, slide out of the way, you're done reloading, jump back into it. There you go, more jump strafing at the end of it. That's more combos. So this is another great method. This is one of my favorites. It's the shooting as you're reloading, keep momentum, keep sliding, get back into it, and then keep unloading. It keeps constant movement in your gunfights and is going to allow him to miss as many shots as possible. Now, I had the jump slide there, which is great if you're in the middle of a gunfight. But now say you want to be a little bit more aggressive and you're feeling kind of panicked because you're low on health and he's still in your face. Well, if you run out of bullets, okay, and you're reloading, slide towards him so you get the ground. You can get the ground onto his side and catch him a bit off guard. So that was a bit far to be sliding in on someone. I'm pretty distant from him and he could probably just back up. But once again, if you're shooting, you run out of bullets, slide towards them and get a different angle. So while he's shooting, he has to then like really push to his side, which can be slow if he's aiming down his sight. So that is another great way to utilize your slides. So we got the jump slides, and then we also got our rush slides to get up on his side. So that's going to do it for key movements, guys. Right there is all you need to know. Seriously, if you combo those together and implement them all into one play style, it's so diverse, it's crazy. So once again, strafing, strafe jumping, oh, reload, oh, I messed it up there, but look, strafe jumping, shoot, oh, jump, I messed it up again, oh my goodness, guys. Strafe jumping, slide out, reload, oh, jump back into it, keep going, and then run out, jump, stop. You know what I'm saying? Like all these different movement tactics. That was a terrible demonstration. I'm sorry. Way to choke the video. But the next thing I want to get into, guys, is how to utilize cover, because cover is extremely important. So the basics of using cover is just simply using cover. You just see what I'm saying? Using cover. But now, one thing I want you guys to keep in mind is that cover is literally a playground. If you know a guy's coming up to you and he's sprinting on you, climb up it, get high ground, get behind him. There you go, you got his back. Another great way to get the advantage on your opponent. If you're shooting a guy, you run out of bullets, he gets a couple shots on you, and you're here, and you know he's going to be sprinting up along the side, don't just wait here to shoot him, because chances are you're static, he's moving, you're going to get your aim thrown off because he's going to come around fast, or he might utilize the tactic I'm about to show you. Basically, if he's running up the side and you don't want to be the one who's caught, be the guy who catches. So run around the corner, slide, jump, you'll catch his side or his back. Another way to do this is just simply jumping. If you guys don't want to slide and jump, just jump. You'll catch him off guard, because essentially what this looks like for your target is if he's running here, this is a wall, and he's like, oh, he's coming, like, I'm gonna shoot him, and you slide across his face. Now he has to turn his camera all the way over here. And chances are, while he's doing this, he's going to be getting shot, and then start landing shots on you. But now, at this point, you've already unloaded, let's say, a whole clip into him, and you're out of ammo. Just jump, slide out of the way, and then boom, he misses more shots. Go for the easy cleanup. That is another great way to utilize cover and implement your slide and movement abilities from over here all into one situation. So that right there, guys, is going to do it for all my tips on how to utilize your movements and utilize your forms of cover. And it really does cater to close range combat. I feel like no other YouTuber has seriously covered this because it's going to take your game to the next level, okay? I just feel like it's underrated and not talked about enough. The last thing I need to talk about with you guys, though, that isn't so much about movement, but once again about cover, is if you're fighting from range, best way to avoid damage and avoid shots is simply utilizing this cover, okay? But now if the guy's absolutely shredding you, use the movements I taught you down there, okay? Get out of the way, use your strafes while you're running away, get another point of advantage, okay? Get high ground, let's say, and try to melt it from up here. This should be even easier. Utilize the cover, shoot him, and now if this still isn't working out from you, be quick, be fast, be elusive, guys. Utilize the forms of movement I told you once again, and try to close in on him, okay? This amount of movement right here will make it hard for him to hit you. Slide out, you know what I'm saying? Get up close and personal. That's what it takes for you guys to win. But that right there, guys, is going to do it for every single tip I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was a really good breakdown for you guys. I know there wasn't much gameplay and action, but this was the best way to show you guys how to technically use all of these movements in your gunfight. So if you guys did enjoy the video, I'd appreciate it if you guys dropped a like right before you left. Subscribe if you guys want to see more from me, because I post content just like this every single day. News, tips, cool challenges, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow. You have a great day. Peace out.